So tonight we're talking about flooding. So many of our neighbors have to deal with this all the time. And right now they're working on solutions. So in Tarpon Springs, neighbors say the flooding gets so bad they have to move their cars to higher ground every time that there's a storm. Now, as 10 Tampa Bay's Miranda Parnell explains, city leaders are taking steps to prevent their community from going underwater.
It's all about finding solutions to the flooding. Neighbors from Tarpon Springs came out to the meeting on Wednesday night to look at different alternatives from the city to protect their homes.
There's a big problem, and it's getting worse.
When it comes to flooding for homeowners in Tarpon Springs, lots of neighbors by Whitcomb Bayou are singing the same old song.
It used to be once a year. Now it's like during a certain time of year, it's like almost every weekend.
Almost every king tide, there's some flooding, and anytime there's a significant storm.
That's exactly why homeowners from the area came out to voice their opinions on infrastructure designs made by the city to help address the flooding issues. Multiple solutions are on deck, but Bob Robertson of the city's project administration department says, as far as the price tag,
these were still in the very early stages, but it's in the multi-millions of dollars for sure.
Neighbors are being asked to choose between road raising, building a seawall or a berm along the bayou shoreline, as well as choosing between adding in a raised roundabout versus a raised four-way stop. But how long could it be before we start to see something implemented?
I'd say the best guess is 2 years because we're working through a grant process and there's permitting that's involved.
While they voice their opinions, neighbors say they're happy the city seems to want to fix the flooding issue before all of the investments they've poured into their homes and their community wash away.
The whole state of Florida ought to be worried about property values because they're overvalued right now. And if there's no property because it's underwater, that's going to be a problem.
And she's onto something, so much so that leaders say almost $17 billion in property taxes will be lost. Let's take a deeper dive. So leaders from all across Tampa Bay came together to analyze this. Their report says sea levels will continue to rise with climate change, leading to more flooding in the bay. Just take a look at these maps here. In Hillsborough County, you can see much of the coastline in Ruskin as well as MacDill Air Force Base will be overwhelmed by 2045. That's indicated by the dark blue color there. Now, even more so in 2070, you can see that teal color completely take over the area around Gandy Bridge. That trend continues for Manatee, Hernando, Pasco, and Citrus counties. So how is this group of leaders planning to turn things around? The Tampa Bay Partnership wants to launch 2 investment phases. It'll include raising and replacing seawalls and berms. They also want to add sand to our beaches to mitigate erosion and elevate and flood-proof buildings. The total cost of these projects comes out to over $13 billion. It's expensive, but the partnership ultimately thinks the investment will save $2 for every $1 spent.